What is going on YouTube? It's PokeStocks here. In this episode, we'll be going over my overall investment strategies and plans for the top 3 sets, Destined Rivals, Prismatic Evolutions, and 151, moving on forward into 2025 and 2026. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. And remember to join the Discord down below. Grab your hot coffee, hot cocoa, and let's dive right into this, guys. So, I want to make it pretty clear. These 3 sets by the community are, let's just say, the best Scarlet and Violet sets: Destin, Prismatic, and 151. Sure, you could argue a few others, but relatively speaking, to make it pretty clean for 99% of us, we'll hop right into these 3 sets. I want to start off with Destin Rivals and go over my opinion on this set before I start yapping about strategies and my plans for it. I do think that Destin Rivals is an S tier set. It has everything you could want from Team Rocket, and the overall aesthetics / aura to the set is very, very strong. Team Rocket's Mewtwo, Cynthia's Garchomp, Ethan's Ho-Oh, Moltres, so much more. The overall beauties of all these cards are beautiful as well. The booster boxes and ETBs are absolutely diamond perfect, bro. Like, I love the colors of this set. So aesthetics, chases, yes, it gets that. It gets that 10 out of 10. Now, regarding pricing, this is where stuff gets a little interesting, and I guess we can all agree on this price point. It's expensive. Oh my god, shocker, right? Well, let's dive into the booster box, for example, and let's take a 6-month broad look. We could see that in the summer months at around June was the best opportunity, at least as of right now, where we are currently, where you could have bought Destined Rivals booster boxes at around $250. Ever since then, they had a massive skyrocket to that crazy all-time high at $500 a box. I want to make it pretty clear, everyone who bought in at this, I'm not trying to be rude, but you're pretty stupid. I'm not trying to be mean, but like, really, guys, do not pay $500 for a booster box that's 3 months old. That's just the stupidest thing you could do. Past month crashed significantly, down 13% to an all-time low in October of 362. And right now, we're currently sitting at 374. If we take a past 1 year look, we can obviously see that that graph is demonstrating the overall slim product supply we had and the overall massive crash when we got more product. Will I be pouring more money into Destined Rivals right now? Nope. I am not pouring more money into Destined Rivals right now. I'm going to be waiting patiently, just as I have been, guys. Just as I have been. Listen, I do this overall hobby and investing stuff for the fun of it. I do not take it that serious. I love posting on YouTube, and I love to collect Pokemon cards, so keep that in mind. But yeah, I still do think, guys, everything on this front page is going to continue to drop. As a lot of you know, October has been a spooky month. Get it, Halloween. Where we just have seen prices across the entire market crash, and I do think that is going to happen more with some of these sets like Destined Rivals, for example. Moving on forward, we do have the one, the only, the 151. Here is actually a little bit concerning, where we're seeing a lot of the top products like the UPC come down 7%, peaking at around 630, coming down to 580. The booster bundle coming down to 94 from its all-time high at like around 110. We also do have the 151 ETB gaining some value, which is kind of cool, but majority of the market, the top chase cards and everything like that, have just been taking a little bit of a hit. Now, I'm going to bring this up here as we're almost halfway through all of these sets and discussing all of them. This picture, this post that's going all over the oops, I just saw that post. I got distracted. My fault in the Discord. This has been going all over. So many YouTubers are talking about this. It's just the overall Pokemon company confirms reprints for Scarlet and Violet sets, 151, Prismatic, Destin, Obsidian, and Surging. Now, when I take a look at this picture, always, and I'm saying this because you just have to, never take it 1000%, right? When I'm showing you guys this, do not think, oh my god, no, it's not. You're not getting to get 151 ETBs at MSRP. That most likely will never happen again. If you buy off the market, of course. But just take this as a grain of salt and note this in your mind and see what happens moving forward. I am still taking this with a grain of salt, but I am keeping this in the back of my pocket, and I'm waiting for more updates regarding everything. For those of you guys who do not know about this, maybe you just have not seen this on your socials, YouTube, whatever. What's happening is there's just a lot of speculation that we're going to get a lot of Scarlet and Violet reprint for the holidays in 2026 and much more. When I look at this, if you ask me like straight up, like Pokestocks, do you think we are going to get reprints of these sets? I do think that we are going to get reprints of these sets, guys. Do I think we're going to get massive reprints? That could totally happen. Do I think these are going to be reprints that are going to bring everything down to MSRP? Probably not. For example, we'll probably never see 151 at MSRP or Prismatic, but we most likely might see Surging Sparks at MSRP. Obsidian Flames, I could totally see that. It's just a Charizard card. Do not go in the comments and start calling me crazy, guys. It's literally a Charizard, bro. That's it. So I think Obsidian Flames go to MSRP. Destin Rivals, maybe not so much. But realistically speaking, yeah, I just want to throw that in there because as I'm talking about these sets, I want to bring this up. So let me know what you all think in the comments down below. So my overall investment strategy on 151 has always been pretty clear. I always said to buy up Blooming Waters at 120. That's now like 180, 185, 190. So opportunity sort of closing. But regarding every other product, guys, I said this in my last video, and I'm going to stick to it because it's so true. The people who bought 151 ETBs at $50, $100, or even $200, those are the real winners. Paying $400 to $500 for an ETB, that's just unrealistic, and you guys are not going to see that great ROI just as if you would have bought it earlier in the year. So keep that in mind. So I'm still pretty bullish on Blooming. And moving on forward, if, say for example, we never get a reprint of anything and that picture was a total lie and 151 just continues to sit on the market, then I would probably lean on towards the UPC because that is the grandfather of things. But just keep that in mind with 151. It's a really interesting set to talk about because there's so many variables to plug into the equation to get an answer, if that makes sense. We also do have Prismatic Evolutions. Prismatic, guys, is still brand new. I'm going to say it right now. Please do not fall into the complete FOMO of this set. I'm not going to lie to you when I say this, but like my overall investment strategy is sort of changing dramatically, especially as we're going through a really, really bad month right now. And moving on to November with Phantasmal, like it's changing and it's not bad. It's always important to pivot with the market, guys. Keep that in mind, right? Sometimes when we're falling, accept that and learn that and say, okay, we're falling. Maybe I should start moving some things, right? Just never stand stone and just say, guys, we're bullish. Prismatic to $1,000 in ETB by the end of 2026. No, that's not going to happen. But moving on forward, Prismatic, I'm going to say it sort of the same thing with Destin Rivals. We know for a solid fact that Prismatic and Destin are going to get way more reprints moving on forward. And we are going to see so many of these sets probably continue to crash. So take that for what you want. Obviously, the more protective, quote unquote, set is going to be 151. Not saying that's 1000%, but like Destin Prismatic, super brand new, 151, definitely an older set. Might not see as many reprints, this and that. Now, if we check Notify, which of course, as a lot of you know, I always like to keep you guys updated with what's going on in the market. I want to scroll down and I want to go back in time. And I want to show you guys something that has been really interesting. If a lot of you do not know, the 151 UPC, I wish, the Mega Charizard UPC will be coming to Costco. Now, this was posted 3 weeks ago, but I want to bring it back to light to show you guys how much Pokemon will be printing so much more. I mean, to have a UPC go to Costco, imagine the numbers and amount of just volume of product we are going to have with this UPC. If you're going to ask me, will this product go to market will this product go to MSRP? I am pretty bullish to say it actually might. We might see this be a $150 to $200 UPC. And don't call me crazy, but realistically speaking, that is totally something attainable, especially with a Costco run. Remember when Prismatic ETBs were 130, 140, and then when they got a Costco reprint, they dropped to 100? Yeah, imagine what that's going to do to the UPC. And imagine all the other retailers, all the other LGSs that are going to have this. And by the way, this is going to be the most printed UPC in Pokemon history. Just throwing that out there to remind you guys of one thing. And is there anything else I wanted to click? I think there was something, one other post I was going to show all of you. I think, dude, it's just so hard to... okay, here it is. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, the production level, very high. 3x previous UPCs posted 5 weeks ago. And I know that this might sound a little crazy, but I totally agree and can see this happening. I see that this Charizard UPC will probably be the most printed and cheapest UPC in the modern market. That's going to wrap it up, guys, for this video. Hopefully you took something away. And if you want to disagree, argue with me in the comments, then let me know. Other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.